I just want to make sure that we are live first and everything is running smooth before I go crazy and start going in heavy. All right, cool. It looks good. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Bitcoin Update. We have some huge news coming out of EOS, Bitmex. Bitcoin's kind of doing some weird movements today, and I want to talk about a trade that I entered live and was able to make some really good money on, on a pullback and on a short that I entered. So let's look at the market and where it stands right now. We are sitting at a 300. I have really bad heartburn. I apologize, so I'm probably going to keep pausing. But we're sitting at a $344 billion market cap. Now, I really want to see that $400 billion market cap, guys. And when that comes, I think things are going to start getting a lot better. Some of the top movers of the day are XTD Coin, Envision, Hackspace Capital, and Dash Coin. So Dash Coin, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin right now, day candle closes in about 2 hours. But as of now, it's up 0.5%. Some of the big movers of the day are Huobi token. Guys, Huobi token just continues to be a big mover. Again, I think these exchanges tokens are going to be very profitable if you're holding them in 2018 going into 2019. I think that you have a very good chance of making some very good profits by holding Binance Coin, Huobi token, KuCoin token, all of the major exchanges that see a lot of volume and a lot of trading throughout the day, and just keep building and building and building. Those, the market cap is just going to keep growing for those tokens and those projects, and I think the value is just going to continue to increase. Every time we look at the market cap, guys, Huobi token is one of the biggest movers of the day. It's up 9.37% today. Decred also up 4.5%, almost 5% today, sitting at $104. Last time we looked at Decred, guys, it was sitting at, I believe, $78. Waves, also another big mover today, sitting at $4.50, or $4.50, up 4%. And those are just some of the top coins of the day. Now, EOS, guys, big news coming out of EOS. It is now able to be traded with leverage on Bitmex. So that's telling me a couple of things. Number one is it's telling me that EOS is very comfortable on where the price of EOS is sitting at right now. Because obviously, EOS as a whole and the EOS project and the EOS team had to have spoken with the creators of Bitmex and what they're doing over there in order to get it listed on that exchange. And if they feel, or if Bitmex feels that EOS can easily just be shorted after all of this hype disappears, because look what happened with TRX. Let's just take a look at TRX real quick, and then we're going to take a look back at Bitcoin. I want to show you guys what we were able to do with that today. Let's just take a look at TRX and what ended up happening after the mainnet launch happened. Right here, we saw this huge drop. So is that going to happen with EOS? And if it does happen with EOS, shorting it, you're gonna make a lot of money. So I think EOS as a project and EOS as a whole has very deep confidence on that $13 to $14 price point being a comfortable area where it's probably going to sit for a while, and if not, just keep on gaining more and more value. So huge news coming out of EOS, big news coming out of Bitmex. I mess with them both. I think EOS is a great long-term project. Obviously, there's been a lot of FUD coming out about them lately, but I still do think it is a project to hold long-term in order to gain some very good value in the future. A couple of other things. Let's see. So EOS obviously saw this huge influx of volume come in, some buy volume when the news came out that it was listed to Bitmex and now is allowed to be exchanged and shorting in long positions with margin on Bitmex. It always has been able to be used as a margin trading position because Bitfinex does the same thing. If you're over on Bitfinex, and anybody that's watching outside the States and you guys use Bitfinex, you're probably very aware of that. But what I noticed about EOS today, guys, is that it broke out of a very heavy resistance that it was trading upon. It tried to break out once, twice, 3 times, and then it finally busted right through, based on that news, I believe. And we're trading outside of this channel now, so I think we're going to continue to see some gains. Now, if you're looking to get into a position for EOS, what I would simply do is just wait for a pullback, maybe back down to this 15 EMA, and you know, RSI is starting to point downwards. You know, there is going to be a consolidation happening because BTC is dropping from 7750 to almost 7800 to now 7600. Let's go over BTC and how I was able to capitalize on BTC today. So I was looking at the hour candle, right? I was looking at the hour chart, and this is what I did. I saw that we were holding this 15 EMA very, very nicely. We bounced off once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, another rejection 6 times, another rejection 7 times, and then finally it closed underneath the 15 EMA. So I placed a short right here on this candle. Okay, right on this candle here. Right on that candle, I placed a short because it was trading below the EMA. Now, what I ended up doing is I set a stop loss for around 77.15, 70. I think my stop loss was 77.05. I can't quite remember. But I was not stopped out, and I was able to capitalize on a 28%, I believe it was actually a bit more profit on this short position that I did, because I did expect, and I also tethered my Bitcoin in a lot of my accounts, and I bought back in at 77.50. So, you know, I'm up pretty good on Bitcoin right now. Are we going to continue to see a drop? You know, we're going to have to wait and find out. But what makes me really worried is that on the 2-hour chart, we finally had closed above that 200 EMA, right? We had battled over and over. We tried to get past it, but we just couldn't do it. And finally, we got that influx of volume. We were trading above it. But now we're just sitting right back below the 200 and the 15. And I do probably see it getting down to the 55 EMA, down to 76.14, maybe getting a bounce from here to the upside and just continuing this higher low pattern. And we could probably do something like this here. I can imagine something like that happening here, right? But is that a good sign, guys? Getting higher lows, is that a good sign? You know, this is a very interesting spot for Bitcoin. So I'll be very careful. And you know, trade wisely, trade, you know, use your best judgment on that. That's about it. You know, I want to make these Bitcoin updates very short, to the point, and let's take a look at our live trade account. We did end up closing that short to take some profit. We are still up $58 on VeChain, and we're starting to see some red, guys. I'm down $8 on my one purchase of Bitcoin Cash. Again, should have cashed out when I got up to 1160, but I didn't. And I am now kind of stuck in that position because I do not want to take a loss, but I probably ultimately will set a stop loss for around 1120. Well, what's it at right now? Probably around 1100. You know, I don't want to, you know, that's just my risk to reward ratio. I try to minimize as least as possible. What else? Ethereum sitting at $600. Guys, bouncing off this 200 EMA. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So 55 EMA, we're getting a bounce. If we start getting a close below this 15 EMA, I would definitely consider being, you know, we're just not out of the woods yet. We're seeing a lot of volume coming in, but we're just not out of the woods. We have to get out of the woods. We have to get out of this bearish situation. Whoa, my light almost just toppled over. And yeah, we're not getting a lot of interaction right now in the chat. I did not post anywhere that I was going live. I kind of just wanted to come on and give a quick update because I have a meeting tonight around 6:45. That is actually in a little bit. So I got to get going. But I will be back on tonight for Crypto Nightly, and we will do an in-depth review on a few coins and a few projects that I think have the potential to blow up this year. And we'll also take a look at the current state of Bitcoin and how it's trading. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We are up to 52 subscribers in 8 days, guys. That is amazing. I appreciate every single one of you subscribing, tuning in. thank you so much for the support. It truly means more than you can even imagine to me. You know, this community growing in a bear market is just showing that, you know, I really hope that, you know, we can come together as a community and make money together. And what I'm providing is giving you some kind of value, because that's overall what I really want to try to do, is give you guys the most value that I possibly can and share my knowledge with you. So just wanted to share that Bitmex news getting shared. If you want to take a look real quick, we'll just see what else is popping around in the news today. I do have another about 10 minutes to go. God, my allergies have been killing me lately. Let's go to CoinDesk. Bullish signal hint as Bitcoin price breakout. That was earlier today. Bitcoin Cash is still at 1138. You know, we still are looking strong, guys. So there's nothing I would really worry about yet. Yeah, not much going on. So just wanted to give a quick update. That is all. I will see you guys tonight, probably around 9, 10 o'clock. And until the next one, happy trading.